What up, though, y'all? What up, though? I have a person next to me. I don't know why I have a person next to me today, but welcome back to the episode of 411 Lions. Of course, it's your boy King Keith. You already know where to follow me: Instagram, Twitter, all that underscore Dr. King Stream. But as y'all can see, we have a very special episode. It's very rare to get us in the same room.
Because he'll be flying out.
Nah, they're legal reasons why we can't be in the same room. I'll have to talk to my lawyers after this to make sure we're all good. But CB, if you want to go ahead.
And the restraining order still got about 1 more year on it.
Yeah, it's against you.
Anyway, what up, world? It's your girl, it is CB. If you like what you see, you can follow us on TikTok clips, 411 Lions, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm just naming all of them. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can probably see us, hear us. If you want to see us, which you always want to see this face, you can follow us on the Spotify podcast.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, please keep showing love, like CB said. Definitely the comments, all that. I feel like y'all really rock with the videos that she be making, kind of the impromptu videos. So please keep giving y'all feedback, showing y'all love. If y'all feel like she clowning, if y'all don't rock with her opinion, share that too. Why not? Feel free to say something.
Y'all be getting crazy though. Y'all get too crazy.
I mean, they're fanatics for a reason.
So limited.
Fan does stand for fanatic, but obviously we are fanatics too. We are fanatics of Lions, and we were, I'd say, decently fanatic of the performance that they had against the Cleveland Browns. Of course, the Lions did defeat the Browns 34-10, I believe, was the score. Which I feel like my prediction was like kind of exactly that. We'll have to go back and watch the film. But
did you say 34-17 or something?
I thought I said like 38-13 or something like that. So I was like right there for real. But yeah, the game kind of score-wise, I think, went as how we expected. Very interesting game. Definitely a lot of things to talk about. But the Lions did get the win. The Lions are now 3-1 in the NFC North.
Celebrate good
First
times.
place.
Come on.
First place in the division. Don't know what's going on with the Packers. They tied with the Cowboys for whatever.
I watched 3 hours of that game for y'all to tie 40-40. I was about ready to crash out. But it's all right because it wasn't a loss. It was a tie. So as long as it ain't a win in that column, we are back.
Yeah. Very frustrating game to watch there. Dak Prescott stole my parlay by 3 rushing yards. But, it's okay. It's okay because we are in first place. And again, the Lions did defeat the Browns. But there were some interesting things I feel like to talk about from that game. I mean, it seemed like the Lions kind of kept it almost a little bit vanilla with the play calling. Not sure if that was intentional or not. But, CB, what are some things that stood out to you in the game?
Shout out to Khalif Raymond for that punt return, boy.
Yes. Yeah.
That stood out. I thought that the Cleveland's defensive front seven would get a little more pressure, but it wasn't a lot of pressure. We got actually 3 sacks because Aiden had 2, and who had 1? Was it Jack Campbell?
I want to say, was it Barnes that got a sack?
Anzalone
got a sack, yeah.
Yeah, we got the Aiden had 2, Anzalone had 1. Jack Campbell led the team with 7 tackles, led the defense with 7 tackles. I definitely feel that the defense did a wonderful job stopping Cleveland. Not that I didn't think that they would do a good job. I just thought Cleveland's defense would get a little more pressure, but our offensive line looked good, looked solid. So shout out to our offensive line.
Yeah, I'd echo that sentiment, honestly. If there's one thing that really stood out from the game, besides the defense, I mean, Cleveland's offense is just not very good. So that is a big reason why the defense stood out. But also the defense did what they had to do. They held the NFL team to 10 points, which is still really impressive. But the offensive line and the running game in particular, I know there was some talk going into this week about, the Browns have an excellent run defense. They have the number 1 run defense in the league. The Lions were like, well, and Johnny Morton specifically was like, well, the Browns haven't necessarily seen a run offense like our run offense, which is facts. And then Mason Graham, who, of course, we do love Mason Graham, University of Michigan alum, but he mentioned that, they haven't seen a run defense like ours either. So it was a little bit of gamesmanship going back and forth during the week. But I think it's safe to say that the Lions did win that battle. I was looking at a list of the 10 longest runs that the Browns have given up to a running back this year. And I want to say 8 of them are at the hands of Jahmyr Gibbs now. So the Lions did have some success in the run game. Wasn't perfect or anything like that. And Jared Goff definitely had played fine, of course. There was a couple decisions that were a little bit questionable. But other than that, the offense putting up 34 points. I mean, we had a special teams return, so that counted for 7. But The offense was a little weak at certain points of the game, but again, I felt like the play calling was a little vanilla. You had Goff trying to force some passes to J-Mo, trying to find some connection, which wasn't really working throughout the game. But other than that, I mean, the Lions really just kind of took care of business. A lot of people would consider that kind of like a trap game, and I think this upcoming game might be a bit of a trap game, but I don't think the dead cap Lions fall for trap games. They don't.
Okay, before we move on to another trap game, looks like for the Cleveland Browns versus Detroit Lions game, time of possession, Cleveland, 31 minutes, Detroit, 28. Cleveland has 65 total plays to our 56. They had 79 rushing yards to our 109. They had 168 pass yards to their 170. Cleveland, why y'all lose this game? Y'all had more plays and more damn time. And you had more.
Well,
we know why you lost, but
yeah, two things come to mind. One is turnovers.
Yep.
You got to win the turnover battle. And Joe Flacco made some passes that just weren't good passes. And as we can see, the Browns now are reversing course a little bit and going with Dylan Gabriel this upcoming week. So clearly not too ecstatic with what they were getting from Joe Flacco. And I mean, he's 41. He's kind of over the hill at this point.
Because he threw 2, right?
He did.
Our Jared Goff did 1.
Yeah, Jared Goff threw 1, and it seemed like a bit of a miscommunication. I think Goff just kind of didn't see Denzel Ward dropping back there, but Flacco made some throws that were interesting to say the least. He also made some good throws, which is why they did account for some passing yards. That first drive, the Browns were rolling, throwing to Jerry Jeudy, getting some plays going, but after that, Flacco seemed to struggle. But the turnovers, you got to win the turnover battle at the end of the day, and the Lions did. Typically, when you win the turnover battle, you win the game. So that plus, I think the Browns were just a bit inefficient. They weren't successful on third downs like how the Lions were. So that's kind of how you lose a game like that. But the Lions seem to be very much on chill mode throughout the game, if I'm being honest. They just never seemed like they needed to crank it up very much, which I felt them. I mean, don't waste too many good plays against the Browns, I guess.
Messy. Yeah, I mean, there was really no sense of panic on the Lions side that whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's NFL any given Sunday, what they say. It is Cleveland, so we expected a win. Not saying that we're getting handed anything, but we were definitely expecting a win. Speaking of expecting to win, who we play next? Because, I mean, the Cleveland Browns, it ain't much to talk about. We can move off that game.
Yeah, so the Lions are playing the Bengals next week, and the Bengals are 2-2, so you see their record on paper, and you're like, okay, you got a team that's probably playing pretty good coming into that game, but the Bengals have lost their past 2 games, and they lost their quarterback, which is seems to be affecting them tremendously. They did not have a good game against the Broncos. And to be fair, the Broncos have a really, really good defense, but they just did not play well. They don't look very threatening on either side of the ball. I think people expected the Bengals to have a weak defense and have a lot of shootouts and stuff like that on offense, but you're not going to have too many shootouts with Jake Brown and their quarterback, unfortunately. So
not Johnny Boy.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know what you expected from this game, CB. Is there anything in particular you looking to see the Lions do, or where's your mind go?
Prediction wise, Lions another 30 piece. Cleveland maybe 10, maybe. I'm being nice to you, Jake Brown down there. Shout out to you. I don't see much offensive power moving the ball being generated on Cincinnati's side. I see us rushing that quarterback. I see us getting home at least 3 times now. Mm-hmm. We should be able to get home 3 times. I mean, Cincinnati's defensive line, offensive line, ain't nothing to write home about. So I'm thinking about another 35.
Yeah, I think when you look at it on paper, it doesn't look like a very good matchup for Cincinnati. It just doesn't. With that being said, Cincinnati does have 2 really, really good wide receivers. One who I think is the best in the league, and one who is also probably the best number 2 in the league. So, I mean, if they could get something going to those guys, then maybe. But Jake Browning just doesn't inspire a lot of confidence to put the ball where those guys need it to be. Watching that offensive line, watching that offensive line, they seem to struggle with communication. They just run a weird kind of scheme. they just aren't very effective. The run game isn't working out very much for Cincinnati, which then you're going up against the Lions, who are really, really good against the run. So I I don't know. I mean, if Chase and Higgins are able to like kind of take over on some drives, then maybe Cincinnati's able to move the ball a little bit.
Right,
But even then, that's not sustainable for beating an offense like the Lions, which if it's clicking, that's the offense that's probably going to score 30 to 40 points. Like, is Cincinnati going to manage to be able to put up 30 to 40 points with Jake Browning playing quarterback? I don't even
go no.
Yeah, even looking at worst case scenario, I think a somewhat high scoring game where Cincinnati just still can't outscore the Lions, but most likely scenario is probably a pretty decent margin of victory for the Lions. Looking on paper, again, anything can happen. But I can't picture this game being any closer than like 34-17. I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Lions another 30 piece. I'm gonna say Cincinnati struggles to get to 10. If we were to bomb this game, I would be surprised. But it's any given Sunday. I'm not penciling a win, people. But in Cincinnati, I'm expecting a win. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's definitely it's going to be tough for Cincinnati to win this game. Like it's just not a very good matchup for them. But with that being said, one of Cincinnati's biggest strengths, obviously the wide receiver position, kind of matches up with one of the Lions' weaknesses right now because we did see a couple of injuries. If you want to talk about where the Lions are going as far as that course of action.
Yeah, so Detroit had to sign a cornerback because we got Terrion Arnold dealing with an injury. We got DJ Reader, I believe, dealing with a hamstring.
DJ Reed.
Why would I say Reader? But DJ Reed is dealing with a hamstring, so I believe 4 weeks, maybe?
Yeah, so they did put him on IR yesterday, actually, so it'll be minimum 4 weeks. It looks like about a 4 to 5 week injury is what we're expecting, which isn't too bad. Having seen it happen during the game, I think that some people expected worse because it didn't look very good. So I think the Lions should be fine, hopefully, to weather the storm. It'll affect them.
Well, who are our next 5 games? I ain't going to say that now.
That's why I say weather the storm. I don't think that is something that should kill the Lions. This shouldn't be something that just like, oh my God, they have no shot. Like, they still have some corners that theoretically should be good. I really like Amik Robertson, and he's going to play a lot on the outside.
Rockson.
Yeah, Rocky Sin is definitely going to get some snaps. Avonte Maddox is a guy who's played corner a lot in the league. And then Terrion just kind of has to be better. So we're hoping to see him improve in some of these games. It looks like he will play this week. He did practice yesterday. So
yeah, they didn't say he was out, but
yeah,
he's kind of.
So we're missing one corner, and to be honest, that's not the end of the world. They did sign Trey Flowers, who more might just be like a camp body, or not a camp body, but more so a practice squad guy. But he's played plenty of snaps in the league. He's another guy that you don't want to leave him one-on-one on an island with Jamar Chase or anything like that. But if you got to throw him out there for a few snaps to play some conservative coverage, should be fine to hold up. So really the Lions just got to be strong on early downs, force other teams into obvious passing downs, and put your corners in a good position to win. If they aren't doing that, then that's where we might run into some issues because, like you said, the upcoming schedule is not a cakewalk to say the least.
Because don't we got Kansas City after Cincinnati?
Kansas City's coming up. Minnesota is coming up. Tampa Bay is coming up. I think Philly is thrown somewhere in there as well, which some of these teams, I don't know what exactly we'll get from them.
Tampa Bay, I want to see you. I want to see you because you gave us a loss last.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Baker Mayfield, I want to see you.
I don't want to see them. I do not like them. You. Yeah. Games like that are going to be a little bit tougher because for one, Tampa Bay will run the ball. Bucky Irvin has been really good. They have an offensive line that's dealing with a lot of injuries, but it still has been capable.
They got the damn Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield is just feisty, man. He doesn't go down easy. He's a gunslinger. He will turn the ball over. He will give you a turnover, give you a free one, but you gotta bring the free one in. Is really the thing. You can't drop those interceptions if he gives you one. But their wide receiver core, especially if Mike Evans is back from injury. I don't know if you've seen how Emeka Ibuka looks right now, but yeah. Chris Godwin just came back. Yeah.
Champ, I want to see you.
That's the game where when DJ Reed is out, that's what I'm worried about. Because I think that he would be a guy that you would put a lot on Ibuka or Godwin. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, one step at a time.
Right. We got to talk about Cincinnati. But I'm just saying, two people I want to see. I want to see Tampa, and Thanksgiving. I want to see Green Bay. I want to see y'all.
You know who I want to see?
You.
I really want to see Philly. Call me crazy.
Hold on. Nah.
Call me crazy, but I want to see the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles are a team that is built up to be really good, and they are really good. They obviously just won a Super Bowl, and they're 4-0 this year. They're an outstanding team.
Hold on.
I think the Lions match up well with the Eagles.
It's gonna be a good game. I mean, I got it circled, but
I really do think they match up well with the
Eagles. I'm not. We ain't got to see him yet. we ain't got to see him yet. Even though, hey, Detroit I believe in, but the Eagles, we gonna see you.
Yeah,
we gonna see you.
I'd rather see the matchup with them than the Tampa Bay Titans. I just feel like Tampa Bay is a threat. But a lot of these are primetime games too. It's going to be a really, really interesting schedule. And while we're talking about DJ Reed being out, it does look like a big boost for the defenses coming back. Aleem McNeil, they officially started his clock to be able to return. So he should be returning within the next 21 days for the Lions. And that is huge. Aleem McNeil was fantastic last year. Fantastic the year before that. I mean, he's just a really, really good and really effective player. So really looking forward to having Aleem McNeil back. That's a really big boost for this Lions defense. So we'll see. I mean, the bye week will come up and Minnesota will come up at that point. And I think we will hopefully like to have this defense close to back to full strength by then.
Because who Green Bay playing? I just want us to make sure we kind of stay on top of that division.
I have no idea who Green Bay has. They might actually have a bye. I think they have a bye this week.
Okay.
I think Green Bay and Chicago might have byes this week.
Cool. Because we can get that win, still be
ahead. yeah. I mean, the Lions got to take care of business. But we'll see. Anything else interesting?
Yeah, so stay tuned to us doing our next episode. The Lions play Sunday
4:25.
Sunday 4:25 after the game. We'll probably hit y'all back
Monday morning.
Monday. All right, y'all get on him. But we're gonna hit you back Monday. Y'all get on him. We're gonna hit you back Monday. We're gonna see what the Cincinnati game does. You know it's gonna be a good game. It's always a good day when the Lions are playing.
Facts. Well, at that point, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Appreciate y'all for the comments, the likes, the follows, the subscribes. Keep it going. Please keep sharing it to all you people. We're trying to be the best Lions podcast out there, but we can't do it without y'all. So please keep showing love. But with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Peace.
Peace.